Hi guys, this is DaddyCraftsNOTalot. We're guesting on DaddyCraftsNOTalot channel, and I'm going to walk you through a banana cake with cream cheese icing. So Merry Christmas, guys, and I'm going to give you a list of the ingredients right here. You'll also find them down below. What you're going to need for this cake is bananas, of course, because it's a banana cake. You're going to need lemon juice, flour, baking soda, salt, butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla, and buttermilk. How much you need of each one, again, can be found down below. We're going to get started. We're going to take a cup and a half of mashed bananas, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So what I've done is I've peeled all these bananas, put them in a medium-sized bowl, and I'm going to take a masher. This is usually what we do for mashed potatoes. I'm going to mash the bananas up. This isn't my recipe. I discovered it online and made a few changes to it. Not many changes though, because it was good the way it was. It's been very popular at work, especially this last time, so I made a few slight changes. Used a little bit less sugar. The first time I did it, it was very sweet. So if you ate it, you'd become a diabetic afterwards. Some recipes only use a cup and a half of banana. I use 2 cups because I'm a banana kind of guy. Adds more banana flavor. It just depends on your personal preference. Alright, what we got here is the 2 cups of bananas. I'm going to pour into a medium-sized bowl like this. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now this isn't a literal teaspoon. This is what I call a teaspoon. I think they call it a teaspoon when you're as a dinner teaspoon, not as a baking teaspoon, but this is the teaspoons I use for it. There's 1. And there's 2. And once you have this done, you want to mix the lemon juice with the banana and set it aside. Then we're going to go on to phase 2, or step 2, however you want to call it, which is our flour mixture. For this stage of the cake, we're going to need baking soda, flour, and your salt. We're using 3 cups of flour. I've already done 2 cups here. Here's our 3rd cup. What we're going to add here is our baking soda, and let me double check the recipe here. We need how much baking soda? 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So what I'll do is I'll use my teaspoon here was 1. I'm going to do about ½ a teaspoon more of the baking soda. That's a little more than half. There we go. And our salt. And on the salt portion, we're going to use 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's another mixture. We're going to set this aside too and move to our 3rd stage of the cake. Alright, before we go into this 3rd step of the cake, I'm going to preheat the oven at 275. We're about to cream the butter and the sugar together. Alright, we're adding our 2 1/8 cup of sugar here. Here's our 2 cups. And add another 8 just to be on the safe side. You can cut back a little bit if you're a diabetic. Or if you're a little overweight like my wife and you're kind of trying to watch your weight. Oh, I'm sorry. Now she's done very well. She's lost all that baby fat, except for her butt and her hips. And her
Stop.
It's like another trip to the store because Daddy used all the sugar. And Mommy's got to make a cake tonight too. What we're going to do is cream these together. By creaming the sugar and the butter, go ahead and break the 3 eggs, get those ready and the vanilla ready. Another piece of shell, I'm telling you what. They don't make shells like they used to. I don't know what they're feeding these chickens.
They don't make shells like they used to.
I got some floating eggshells in here. All I can tell you guys is stick with the organic chicken. And the eggshells won't break up like this.
Yes, they will.
I just made one of these cakes with organic eggs and I didn't have these problems.
Surely it's not the person cracking the egg, right?
No, it's not. It's all those steroids that feed these chickens. I'm telling you what, they're just growing them like weeds out there. I'm telling you, breeding them like rabbits. Putting all those steroids and all those growth hormones in your chickens. So we'll go ahead and we're going to mix these eggs up real nice like this. Taking a whisk, again by KitchenAid. Used by real cooks like myself. There's this one time, Emerald called me. He asked me what I recommended for us kitchen utensils, and I said KitchenAid. He said, bam, that's a good idea.
And you need to let everybody know KitchenAid is not supplying us with free merchandise or money, but we will gladly accept it.
Yes, we would, because there's not a better blender, mixer, anything than KitchenAid. Here's our blender, also KitchenAid. Put your butter and sugar cream together. Slow it down a little bit. Go ahead and stir in your eggs. Then we're going to take our vanilla. And you want 2 teaspoons of the vanilla. Not any more than that. You can't have Granny drunk, you know. I didn't even know I had alcohol until my wife told me. Go ahead and take the 2 teaspoons. And you want to dump it in there. Once we got that good and running, remember that buttermilk I mentioned earlier. At this point, we're going to use it. We want 1.5 cups of that. And here we go, right here. We'll grab that flour mixture. We're going to alternate mixing it while it's blending. Put a little flour mixture in, put a little buttermilk mixture in. Pour a little buttermilk in. Grab us a spoon. Preferably not one with mixed coffee in it from earlier today. Blend in some of that flour mixture right here. Alternate it again with some more buttermilk. What I try to do is aim the buttermilk toward the sides of the bucket there so it don't stick on the sides with the flour. The flour likes to collect on those sides.
The bucket.
Well, whatever this thing is. Again, pour some more buttermilk in there. Try to get it on the sides and not all on the countertop like I just did. Or you could just be a redneck and just dump it all in like I'm doing right now. Because I'm making a mess of things. That's how we do it in the South. Take the rest of that buttermilk. Pour it in there. Because I wasted just a bit on the countertop, I'm going to put a little more in there. Go ahead and get that all blended up together. Real nice and neat while I clean this mess up. Grabbing this banana mixture. Go ahead and pour it off in there while it's mixing. You got yourself a hot mess in there. Alright, what we've done is we've poured the mixture into this baking pan that I bought. They came in a set of 2. I've used one for work, I'm using one here now. Once I've got it all in there, we're going to put it in the oven. The baking time fluctuates depending on what kind of oven you have, how many passes you have in your oven element. You can go anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half. It depends on how your oven is. Typically mine takes about an hour or 20 minutes, but I've known some that take about 45 minutes. A lot of it again depends on your oven pass. If you look inside your oven, this one only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passes on the oven element. And same on the top. So it makes it a little bit less even baking, so it just depends on what kind of oven you have. But again, mine takes about an hour and 20 minutes to bake. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there. Hope the bottom doesn't bust out because we have quite a mess. And we're going to bake that for about an hour and 20 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to do the icing, which is a cream cheese icing, packed around the middle just like Santa Claus. Alright, after baking it for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes depending on the cake itself. You want to push down the middle with a toothpick or a fork and see if it's still wet. If it's dry, go ahead and put it in the freezer for about 45 minutes to cool, during which time we're going to make the icing. About a teaspoon of vanilla. While this is beating in, I'm going to get the confectioner's sugar here. We'll want 3.5 cups of that. Cups here. Alright, after you've got it blended real well, it should look something like this. Almost, very soft, easy to spread. And don't worry, there's plenty of icing. As you can see, you're not going to have any shortage of icing. Keep in mind there's plenty of calories in cream cheese too, so it's not going to be something for you Weight Watchers. You can garnish it with walnuts on top if you chose to. Completely up to you. That's pretty much our finished product. Hope you enjoy it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you.